Are you thinking about moving to the Florida Panhandle, but you're just not sure which beach town is for you? Well, today we are digging deep into Navarre, which is a true hidden gem, but there might be some deal breakers you're not sure about. I'm Christina Leavenworth. I run the Leavenworth team here, and we help people move here all the time. So I'm super excited to dig deep into Navarre and show you why so many people love it. So where is Navarre? Imagine the Florida Panhandle, and then between Pensacola and Destin, Navarre, right there, smack dab in the middle along Highway 98. They are known for their white sugar sand beaches, absolutely gorgeous. And we're gonna dig into all the reasons why people wanna live here and also reasons they're like, not for me. And make sure you stay until the end because we are gonna share a hack that makes life a little less stressful living here. Okay, let's start with the obvious one. Number one, the beaches are untouched. Look how beautiful this is. Right now, we are out by the National Seashore and you don't see anybody. When you get closer to the condos and hotels, you see definitely a bit more people, but a lot of it very empty like this. Navarre Beach is often called Florida's best kept secret. It is quieter than Pensacola Beach or Destin, which means you can actually find a patch of sand to yourself. And here, look, you're getting the whole entire beach. So we had people in town the other day and they were shocked by our sand. They were like, what is this? We've never seen sand this white. And then they started mentioning, they're like, it squeaks. I don't know if you can hear it, like, I don't really notice it, but then we Googled it and it's because of the quartz. So I don't notice this sound because I've lived here so long, but people here are like, man, your beaches squeak because that sand is so pure and beautiful. So another pro of living here on Navarre Beach. In addition to the sand, just look at the color of this water. It is emerald green, just absolutely pretty. It's stuff that people dream of every day as far as being like, man, this is beach living. So this is my favorite road in our entire area. It is taking you from Pensacola Beach to Navarre Beach. It is a speed limit of just 35, and trust me, you do not want to speed because you will get caught and that will ruin your day. But this is around 12 miles from the eastern side of Pensacola Beach by Portofino to Navarre Beach. And it's just beautiful. You are sandwiched by the dunes. You have the sound on one side and then the Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, whatever you may call it, just the Gulf on the other side. And it is absolutely stunning. So if you are taking a visit here or doing a house hunting trip, definitely take this road. The official name of it is Road 399. But we just call it the road from Pensacola Beach to Navarre Beach, and we know it. And it's so pretty. It takes you about 15 minutes in total to get there. So this is a great way to get to Navarre Beach. You don't need a million things to do because you have an outdoor playground. You can come to the beach anytime and do all the fun beach activities, or go on the Sound and go kayaking, jet skiing, boating, fishing. It keeps going on. So while there isn't a million things to do, like lots of concerts and things like that, you do have an outdoor playground in one of the most beautiful places in the world, where you get free entertainment and your kids can play outside all day long, getting some sunburns and creating some lasting memories. And this is just your everyday life out here. So it's an extension of your home, having this huge outdoor playground to play at every single day. All right, pro number two, if you are wanting a laid back lifestyle, you're gonna find it here in Navarre. We're just talking a slower way of life. Golf carts, people walking in the morning. No one's really in a rush to get anywhere. So if you're coming from New York City, this may not be for you. You're gonna be like, man, it goes way too slow here. This is somewhere when you go into the gas station or the grocery store, people smile and say, hey. You're probably gonna hear, hey y'all. Lots of Southern accents down here. But a laid back lifestyle in Navarre, which is one reason a lot of people are really seeking moving to this area. If you are America proud, you are going to love Navarre. There's a ton of military between Hurlburt Air Force Base and Eglin Air Force Base. very, very close. There is a strong military presence and a strong community vibe here. We also have NAS Pensacola in Pensacola, so a strong presence of the military, more of a conservative area. So you'll definitely see that here. And if you are a veteran, a lot of people like to retire in places where there is a strong military presence. So we see that all the time. We see planes in the air all the time, cool ones, which are pretty fun to see from the beach. So you see just, yeah, strong community, strong sense of military, strong pride for the military. You see that in Navarre year round all the time, not just on the 4th of July or on Veterans Day. Another reason I love Navarre is you are close to everything. You're about 30 to 45 minutes from like the heart of Destin. I mean, maybe even closer if you're driving a little fast and there isn't any traffic. From Pensacola, also 30 to 45 minutes, depending on where you want to go. And this is important because most of the shopping is going to be in Pensacola or Destin. Also, your airports are right there if you have friends visiting or you need to go on a trip, and most of your major restaurants. So it depends on what is far to you, but you're around 30 to 45 minutes from really anything you need, major hospitals, that sort of thing. Navarre also is known for great schools. You have phenomenal schools there, so great education for the kiddos, public schools, which is great, which is a huge, huge pro of moving to Navarre. Okay, con number one, and this might kill some of the ladies out there. You're not gonna find a lot of shopping. You're gonna have to drive a little bit. Pretty much you're driving to Destin or Pensacola, but that frustrates some people. They wanna be closer. They wanna be closer to the action. You are gonna find like, you know, Publix, a Walmart, you're gonna have your groceries easy, but there's just limited options there. Limited options for dining as well. You have a few beachy seafood restaurants, but if you're wanting Ruth Chris, just, you know, maybe some finer dining type of things, you're gonna have to drive to Destin or Pensacola. That makes for a great road trip. But if you're hoping that it's something you can just pop out quickly to, Navarre may not be for you. So to get out here, Highway 98 is really the only way to do it, and it will bottleneck all the time. And it is important you know that because it is going to be a lot of traffic, definitely during holiday weekends and in the summer. But if you stick until the end, I'm going to give you a local hack on how to get around all of that. We're mostly seeing people when they're leaving Destin, going to Destin, they have to get through 98, and Navarre is right there. So Navarre may not be their final destination, but they're using Highway 98 to get there. So you need to know that. You need to know what times to travel and those back roads, and I'll tell you those at the end of the video. Our next con, the job market. So our major industries here are the military, healthcare, and education. We also have a ton of remote workers. Those are mostly my clients. They are coming from those bigger areas in Colorado, California, and this is one of the cheaper beach towns in Florida. But if you're looking for like a big tech job or a lot of like promotions with a lot of travel, it's available. It's just not as prominent as a big city, and that's understandably so. That's what we tell people to do, and we see it all the time. The tough thing about living near the coast is the risk of hurricanes. So this is our next con. Hurricanes are a real thing. People ask me about them all the time. They're like, are you on pins and needles constantly? Honestly, I'm not. I know that's a risk of living here. We prepare. That is the good news. It's not like a tornado where you don't get any warning. Here, we can evacuate. We can get out every single time we get into hurricane season, which is June 1st until December 1st. But the main time of that really is August, September, and October. Those are more of the pins and needles months. It's just something you're aware of. You are watching whenever there's a named storm, and there's a few Facebook weather pages we watch really closely. It's like, oh my gosh, what is Mike's weather page saying? Is it coming toward us? So that is something that is new for a lot of people moving here, but we try to explain that to them, saying, hey, like, this is what it looks like. This is what it's gonna be. Our last major storm was in 2020. It was Hurricane Sally. A lot of people lost roofs. It was not as much of a complete wipeout like Hurricane Ivan was in 2004. So they're not happening every single year here, but it is something we watch. So sometimes it's a little bit too much anxiety for people and they don't like it. But if you call us, we're gonna tell you the real deal. We're gonna tell you really how much of a worry this is and what that looks like in your normal day-to-day. Our last con, if you're seeking nightlife and concerts and festivals and all that, Navarre, not for you. But if you're wanting bonfires, beach volleyball in the sand, boating, fishing, Navarre is absolutely for you. If you are seeking a more vibrant nightlife, we can certainly point you to beach towns that have that. Navarre doesn't. So if you're coming from a big city, sometimes that is a little bit of a shock and a con. So remember that traffic issue I talked about on Highway 98, how it can get crazy out there? Okay, so locals use the back roads between like Holly, Navarre and then Gulf Breeze to get behind Highway 98 and zip on past there. And I'm gonna show you on the map exactly where to go. And that could save you hours of your life each year. So important to know all the little like secret insider tips to make your life a little easier if you're truly considering moving here. So that is the real Navarre, the pros, the cons, the stuff you definitely won't find on Google or ChatGPT. We know it all. We have all the insider tips, and that's why you need to give us a call so we can help you. There are so many coastal towns, and it's really important to figure out what your vibe is so you land in the right one. I'm Christina Leavenworth. I'm a local realtor. We love helping you. Call that number. We promise we love answering any questions anytime, or shoot us an email and we are happy to help you. I'll see you next time.